Ladies and gentlemen, history is fond of repeating itself. Today, Raila Amolo Odinga entered into the fourth handshake. The first one was with Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. The second one was with Mwai Kibaki. The third one was with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And now, it is with William Samoei Ruto. Ukishangaa Musa utaona ya Firauni. Nakumbuka vizuri sana vile ambavyo jinsi William Samoei Ruto alikuwa ameapa that come rain, come sunshine, there was no way he was going to allow Raila Amolo Odinga into his government. You remember even declaring William Samoei Ruto's declaring Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's government as a Mogoro kind of government. He was wondering whether the opposition is in government or whether the government was in opposition. The situation is the same today. Watch what William Samoei Ruto once said about Raila Amolo Odinga.
Waliletea fujo Moi mpaka wakapata cooperation. Wakakuja wakasumbua Kibaki mpaka wakachukua nusu mkate. Wamekuja wakazungusha Uhuru hapo mpaka wakaenda na handshake, program yetu ikapotea, BBI ikaendelea, tukazama, tukaingia kwa madeni. Sasa mimi nimewaambia, hii serikali hii, mimi nawaambia hii serikali ni ya mahasla. Hakuna nusu mkate, hakuna handshake, hakuna hiyo borojo. Hawa wananchi walimaliza kazi ya viongozi tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8, wakagawa viti yote. Viti ya viongozi ilimalizika tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8. Wale wakupata MCA walipata. Wale wakupata bunge, wale wakupata sijui governor, wale wakupata rais imeisha. Ama kuna kiti mulibakisha? Si viti mulimaliza, muligawa ikaisha. Sasa ile kazi imebakia ni kazi ya hawa wananchi. Tujenge barabara, tujenge soko, tupange mambo ya matibabu, tupange mambo ya biashara, tupange mambo ya kilimo, tuondoe njaa. Hiyo ndio kazi imebaki. Ama namna gani jameni?
Trust these readers at your own risk. Mwanasiasa sio mtu wa kuamini hata kidogo. He will always promise that he's going to build a bridge when or where there is no river. And today, the wedding came. And as you can see here in KACC, the bride and the bridegroom were given a hero's welcome. Then came the signing of the agreement between the bride and the bridegroom. And before Kitalis, what was happening, the certificate was signed by William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, both witnessed by the Secretary General of the two parties. Watch here.
And please, you may take your seats. The two SGs, you will show our party leaders the pages to sign.
But one man was at pain reading the resolution of the working relationship between the two parties. This man was Edwin Sifuna. Looking at his face, you see a man who was in pain. You see a man who was reading something that he does not believe in. You see a man who was forced to do something that he was not prepared. You see a man, even the body language is telling you. Sifuna, though the Secretary General of ODM, it was very, very clear that he does not support this kind of marriage. Watch Sifuna here.
His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, and the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga did set up the National Dialogue Committee in the year 2023 and hereby make this resolution on the initiatives that must be undertaken to instill further confidence in the country. While this memorandum does not define the formation of a political coalition between the respective political parties, its successful implementation will inform the basis of steps towards the establishment of a progressive and stable country. Now, therefore, the two leaders commit and resolve to collaborate and cooperate with each other by conducting broad-based consultations between themselves on the key issues identified below. Number one, the full implementation of the National Dialogue Committee report, the NADCO report. Priority issues in the NADCO process, like the cost of living, youth unemployment, establishing a framework for the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, have been the topics of discussion for far too long and now must be actualized. Number two, inclusivity in all spheres of public life. Kenya belongs to all persons, regardless of their ethnicity, religion, generation, or geographic location. All Kenyans are equal and all are entitled to an equitable budgetary resource allocation.
I also noted that William Samoei Ruto was referring to Raila Amolo Odinga as His Excellency the Prime Minister. I think it should be Emeritus Raila Amolo Odinga, because already he has served the term as a Prime Minister and we don't have such a position in the Constitution. But William Samoei Ruto promised Raila Amolo Odinga that he's going to ensure that he's respected by Kenyans. And then I ask myself, is respect not earned? Can you force people to respect you? And I think the reason why William Samoei Ruto was saying this is because he has realized that Kenyans are very, very angry with this kind of arrangement. Very, very angry. And I could even see the youth who are organized to sing songs in praise of Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto. And we ask yourself, for how long are we going to force people or even bribe them to attend such meetings? For how long are we going to pay them to attend such important meetings? And what change can be brought by this kind of arrangement? If you ask me, what will happen is that we are going to see corruption on an upward trajectory. It will be on another level. Because what Raila has done, he has been invited on the dining table and he has been given the fork and the spoon and the knife. Kazi ni kukula na kugawia watu wake. And this is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why you see what will happen is that because it is now the time to eat. No, Kenyan politics is just about eating. What Raila men will do is to enter the dining room, eat and fill their pockets, and William Samoei Ruto will not be in a position to question them. Because you see, here comes the president, who is now held hostage by Raila Amolo Odinga. And if you ask me, this is all about election 2027. Hakuna kitu ingine hapa. It's about politics. Because one, William Samoei Ruto has realized that he cannot win the elections without Raila Amolo Odinga. And Raila Amolo Odinga, I think you also need to realize that huku mashinani mambo ni tofauti kabisa. And I think it's just a matter of time before they'll be hit by a bombshell. When Raila Amolo Odinga is going to address a political rally, say in Nairobi, maybe Kisumu, Elu Nyanza, maybe people are going to give him a hero's welcome. But let him try Nairobi. Let him try Nairobi. And I can tell you that if he tries Nairobi, you see a lot of difference. You see a lot of resistance by the Kenyans. Because you see, if you ask me, Raila has actually dug his own political grave. Raila ameingia kwenye makaburi ya kisiasa. Raila ameanza kusaurika. Raila amewaudhi wa Kenya. William Samoei Ruto, you know, has agreed to share the disapproval of his presidency with Raila Amolo Odinga. And I think pain shared is somehow better than when you carry all the pain alone. The burden is too much, if you ask me. And I think William Samoei Ruto, even when you look at him, at the face, you see somebody who is very, very happy because Raila has joined him. You know, the funny thing is that we would expect William Samoei Ruto to continue consolidating power. But what he's doing now here is contrary to his expectation. He is donating power to Raila Amolo Odinga. It is going to be very, very interesting as Raila prepares to move to Harambee House. Let's see, because you see, a day in politics is just too long. I told you never to trust these politicians. Never ever trust any politician. Akikwambia hivi wewe kubali tu wakati huo. But after that minute, things are likely to change. Let's see what will happen.